please sit down, dude. It's been 45 minutes. We got to do the show. Can you please just sit down so we can do the show?
What are you even do? Is this like a performance art?
No, it's Kanye West Donda, like his latest performance and album thing.
Donda? It's if he's trying to do the Spanish thing, it's Donde.
No, it's just his new album, and he was at Mercedes-Benz Stadium just vibing out in masks and stuff. It's like performance art. Now I don't. Okay.
Oh.
And now he's contemplating like Kanye,
Doing
like,
a deep think.
Yeah, he's just the weight of the brilliance. Just can't handle it. It's
Up to God.
okay. So yep.
Whatever he's doing there.
Yep. Some beats playing. Okay.
All right.
And here he goes. Here he goes again.
I'm kind of feeling it now, though.
I'm not feeling this. I kind of just want to do our show. This is a movie podcast, and he's pretending to be Kanye.
You know, if you don't let people.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. So now this is the part where Kanye lifted in wires, but we don't have wires.
You
here.
want me to come up? You want me to lift you?
He wants to be.
1 sec.
No, no, we don't have the wiring. It's not set up for this. It's not set up for anything like this. Please don't.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies, family.
Hi.
This week we watched Suicide Squad. But before we talk about that, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. Before we talk about what we've been watching, we have a Patreon. It's $5 a month or more if you want.
Please.
It's $5 minimum. Let me be very specific, very clear on that. It's $5 minimum.
You're welcome to give us more. It is actually appreciated.
It is not required, but it is certainly appreciated.
And we have a store now.
We do.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to our store, TooManyMovies.com/shop. You can buy shirts, hats, hoodies.
Stickers.
Get your stickers.
The most important one.
Yeah, they're all our logo on different things. It's pretty straightforward.
Yes. Yep.
You know, if you don't like our podcast, fine. If you want to tell people there are too many movies, that statement is still true. So go buy a T-shirt.
Too many movies. TooManyMovies.com/our logo on tings.
Yeah.
Yes. For a limited time only, you can get a Kevlar body vest with There Are Too Many Movies branded onto it.
Okay, don't put that in the ether. That's not real.
$300.
That's it?
That's not real. Don't put that in the ether. You can't buy that vest. That's a one of one podcast.
We're gonna
exclusive.
make Too Many Movies best.
I'd like to buy
vest.
that.
Kevlar vest on our shop.
We're gonna do it.
All right. So, anyways, this week we watched Suicide Squad. But let's talk about what we've been watching first.
Yeah. Alex, how about you kick us off? buddy?
Okie dokie. Well, to start off, it's sort of a tropical themed week because
How?
Because I've been watching 2 island TV shows. I'd like to start off with the classic Fuckboy Island on HBO Max.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, heard of it as well.
It is
What I expect.
exactly what you expect.
God
It's
damn
like
it.
you've been transported back to like 2005 reality TV show where everyone's like, "What's up? I'm the shit." And
So it's like it's HBO Max's next.
yeah, it's like they just turned into VH1 out of nowhere.
I wish there was
next.
a spin-off of Ultimate Fighter called Ultimate Fuckboy.
Ooh, and they all have to fight.
Yeah.
That'd be yeah.
Oh, they have to fuck.
Oh, they have to fight and fuck.
It's a fuck competition.
It's a fucking
I like that.
fight or fuck.
There was, by the way, a porn star reality show that was only on the internet a few years ago. If you saw that,
Watch that.
Can't say I saw it.
Yep, it was on xhamster.com exclusive.
A porn star reality show?
Yeah.
Yep. Shouts to Remy LaCroix, one of the guests. Wait, no, she wasn't. Who were the hosts? Do you remember? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
You know, I never saw that. Don't worry about it.
How is this tropical island theme going?
It's excellent. Everyone on the show is a fuckboy, the women included.
Okay.
They're all just like,
They're
It's
called
shallow.
Fuck ladies.
yeah, you fuck women. I don't know. Whatever. They're not. It's not good.
It's all just very shallow, materialistic.
Exactly. But it is so entertaining, and I recommend it for those who like garbage.
Nikki Glazer hosts that, right?
She does host it.
She's pretty funny.
She's very funny. The best parts of the show are when like all the guys are gathered around and Nikki Glazer is just like openly roasting them all and they can't do or say anything because they don't have the intelligence to have a genuine conversation.
Right.
And
Or the comedic like bout.
Yeah,
To like have banter with someone.
exactly.
They're just like, people just fuck me. I don't usually have to speak.
Exactly. And you can tell that there's like probably hours of footage of her just destroying everyone on the cutting room floor, but
Yeah.
they only have aired like 10 minutes cumulative so far of that. It's my favorite part of the show so far. But
More of that, less of everything else.
exactly.
The roast of fuckboys,
I wish.
starring Nikki Glazer.
If there's a reunion, I am so excited for it. Which brings me to my next island-themed show,
Can't fucking wait, dude.
Love Island Australia.
Fuck.
All right.
man.
Have you heard of Love Island?
Yes, from you.
You've
brought it up before, right?
I don't think so. I've only just started watching it. It's like F-Boy Island or Fuckboy Island, but everyone is like paired up with someone immediately as the show starts, and they develop like unhealthily quick dependence on each other. Even though they're like one day into it, they're like, "This is my future wife." After they've been forced to pair with them for no reason.
And it's also a home makeover show. It's great. Sounds great.
Yep.
It's just all the shit.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. So those two excellent island-themed shows I've been
I'm
watching.
sorry, I just have nothing to say about that. I don't know, man. With you, I just don't know what to say anymore. You just bring up shit on our fucking show. I'm trying to make a reputable fucking podcast over here, like critiquing and analyzing movie podcast, and every week you come with some bullshit. Every fucking week.
Well, I've been enjoying it. Additionally, I've started a show called Odd Taxi, which is...
What the fuck is this? Is
damn
this
it,
on
Alex.
xhamster.com?
No, but I love that other show that you're talking about. And it is about a taxi driver in Japan that gets caught up in a Yakuza plot, and he's framed for something. I'm not that far into it.
That actually sounds good.
Sounds like a good show.
Yeah,
That sounds like a show.
a good narrative fiction television
It
show.
is. It commits one cardinal sin, though.
What's that?
The characters are all animals, which makes me think of furries, which makes me hate the show.
What?
What the fuck is it? Is this an animated show?
It is an animated show.
Is it an anime?
It is an anime. Yeah. So
So you withheld that information.
Yeah, so the taxi driver's a walrus, and he's being framed by a monkey.
God damn it!
It's a good show.
We're like, oh, it's a good show.
Yeah.
You're watching a narrative about it.
Glossed over.
You just glossed over that it's a walrus.
It's a really good show.
Does he
so
have
God
a
far.
damn it.
mustache, Alex?
He has a really big Wilford Brimley mustache.
Is that
course.
it?
He's also nihilistic, which I know you'll enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Will I enjoy that?
Yes. That being said, it is a genuinely really good show. It's just I really do hate shows that have animals as the people because it makes me think of furries, which makes me think of degenerate people.
Yeah. You expect a certain quality from your shows, like
Yeah.
Love Island and
Yes.
Fuckboy Island.
Correct.
Animals is where you draw the line.
It's disgusting.
Anyways, how's Odd Taxi? Would you recommend it?
I would recommend it. It's really good.
Okay, great.
Is that all for you, buddy?
Sort of.
All right. Well, all right. It's just
So you know how I watched Sexy Beasts last week, a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago?
Yep.
I wanted to bring up, if you guys went on Sexy Beasts, what animal would you be?
all right. I'm into this question actually. Josh,
I'd have to be a rhinoceros.
I like that.
solid.
Big guy. They're very forgetful creatures.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I would be a raccoon just because I like raccoon's vibe overall.
Sly
you're
Cooper
just
vibes.
Garbage.
Yeah, little trash panda, little garbage boy.
Yeah.
I constantly wander through garbage trying to find what I love.
half bear, half rodent.
And you have very
basically. Handsy hands.
you're very
Yeah.
handsy.
yeah, very handsy hands for an animal. So that's my answer. But I know you were just asking us so that we would ask you. So
No.
what fucking animal would you be in Sexy Beasts?
Well, it's all about being
Pretending like you didn't give it a ton of thought.
it's all about being as cringe as you possibly can. So I would be a furry dragon. And that's mine.
And that's
Great.
yours.
You're
Yeah.
Toothless from How I Made Your Dragon, whatever the fuck that movie
I haven't
is.
seen that, but it looks adorable, so I'll watch it for next week.
You'd be a furry dragon.
Yeah, that's a thing apparently in the furry community.
So
is-
there's like scaly dragons and furry ones.
I guess so, but the furry ones are like fucking. I don't fucking know. They're
pleasant.
cringe as
Pretending he
fuck.
doesn't know. Pretending he doesn't know.
Pretending I didn't watch 12 YouTube documentaries about furries.
I'll go next. I saw
Mouthwash.
a Netflix film called Good on Paper starring Liza Schlesinger.
Yeah.
It is written by her based on a true story about this guy that was in her life that was a con artist. So he
It's
was,
based on a true story.
yeah. So
Whoa.
she was
Cool.
dating an actual con artist.
The actress?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. It is Not very good. Not a very good movie.
For those
Yeah.
that don't know, that's a woman from Ex Machina, right?
No. You're
the
thinking
comedian.
of Alicia Vikander.
Okay.
Eliza
Also-
Schlesinger is a comedian.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
Thank you for applying the proper term, comedian, which they
Comedian.
appreciate.
Yeah. I don't know if that's right.
It's just cringe.
Whatever.
Yeah.
How's the show?
It was a movie. It wasn't very good. Like you'd expect it to be kind of like, I don't know. I was expecting kind of rom-com, funny, good time.
Yeah.
It gets a little serious and like tonally, it's all over the place.
Is it a movie or a series?
It's a movie,
Okay.
and yeah, I can't really recommend it. It wasn't very good. She wrote the whole thing, and I don't know. It just didn't hit with me.
Not like Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, I mean,
It is interesting that it's a real story, though.
yeah,
pretty cool.
That shit
cool.
actually happened to her, so I'm sure like there are things that are fictional, of course,
Yeah.
to make it a little more dramatic.
Yeah.
But tonally, it just kind of goes all over the place.
I like her comedy, but I have one complaint with her stand-up specials. Anytime she has a punchline of a joke, she puts it in the bottom left as a hashtag, and that drives me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's in the it'll be like the punchline.
Oh,
the punchline,
yeah.
for example, will
That
be
was
like
the most recent one, right?
yeah. The punchline, for example, will be like fake nice or something,
And then hashtag
and then,
fake
and then at
nice.
the bottom left it says hashtag fake nice,
Yeah.
and that would show up and go away throughout the whole special, and it was just such an in your face like, please talk about this or please use this hashtag and get this
Yeah.
trending like type of like situation where it was like, but she did it for all of like her jokes that were hitting.
Every
Yeah.
joke,
And I would see it at the punchline show up. I'm like, oh no, it was like a subtext through her whole thing.
it's super cringy.
Yeah, it was very cringe. I hope she doesn't do that anymore because I actually do think she's very funny.
Yeah, she's funny, but that was a little cheesy.
That was corny as fuck.
And the movie itself wasn't very good. I think she's funny, and
Mm-hmm.
it's. I don't think it's all on her. It's just that movie just did not.
Okay, wait. Is it? It's not docu style. It's like dramatization, like
Yeah.
full time. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay, the whole time I was thinking it was like interview documentary.
No. That would have been a lot more interesting if
See,
it was
that's
about
what-
her finding out about this guy slowly.
Yeah.
Like a catfish
So
sort of
she
situation.
wrote a script about kind of how she got catfished by a
Yeah.
con artist. Okay.
And it's supposed to be this kind of like Adam
quirky,
Sandler
cute.
style
Yeah.
Okay.
romantic comedy that
I see.
kind of turns it on its head. It
Gotcha.
doesn't
Okay.
hit.
Okay.
And then Chris and I got together and watched the parody film Mafia.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Which parodies The Godfather, Casino,
Goodfellas,
pretty much all
the
of them.
gangster movies.
Pretty much
from the 90s.
anything starring Ray Liotta.
Yeah. Or Joe Pesci.
Yeah. Cinema, Martin Scorsese's cinema.
Hashtag cinema.
Put that in the bottom left. Hashtag cinema.
That
Wink,
movie,
wink, winking at the audience.
That movie holds the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
It is really funny. And I saw that before I even saw any of those old, movies from Martin Scorsese and
Yep.
like all those gangster films. I saw this movie first.
Yeah, and those jokes all still land even without.
Yep. I fucking love it. It's great. Jay Moore. And shouts to
yeah.
Jay Moore for that movie because it's like, he's a comedian, he's funny, but the fact that he plays the movie entirely straight.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not trying to be comedic at all,
Just so deadpan.
Yeah.
so deadpan.
The Leslie Nielsen style, just classic.
Fucking nailed it, dude. It was
Yeah.
absolutely perfect. It's one of the best movies. There are, of course, problems now, or it's problematic now.
Oh yeah, there's some few things where we're like, ooh, well, couldn't do that now.
Can't do that now. Insensitive, but it's still a great movie.
Yeah.
Even with all that.
Shout out to Lloyd Bridges too. Like
Oh, yeah.
Just the God. There's so many. It's so hard to talk about a movie like that we both grew up on so fondly and seen 100 times that it was just on repeat.
You've
on
seen
VHS.
it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like those, like the ragdoll, like 90s physics of like their physical humor, where the kid would like hit a rock with his bike and literally they would just throw a ragdoll at a wall.
Yeah.
like they just bonk. Yeah, like, bonk. Or like when there's this scene where this he meets his stripper girlfriend or whatever, and she flies off the pole and hits the bar, and it's like literally they just like threw a fucking
Her whole body folds on itself.
just a fucking crash test dummy in a bikini just goes boom like it's so like it's so
good.
I fucking love that shit.
Yeah, high recommend now, even now. Like, please watch it. It's
I mean,
fucking hilarious.
Josh and I quote, I can hear the ocean. If you've seen Mafia, you know what scene we're talking about. We quote that fucking every day almost every time we hang out.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it right now.
I don't have it anymore, I don't think. Fuck it.
We had it.
We had it at one point.
Hear the ocean.
I can hear the ocean.
Yeah, no.
Anyways,
Not anymore.
Mafia is hilarious. Go check it out. So yeah,
This is one called Ocean O.
that's not it.
Oh, okay.
That's not it. Sorry. Yeah, that's not from Mafia. 1996.
it might be,
Mafia.
though.
Might be.
It's possible.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
So yeah,
That's it for me.
that's it for you. Mafia, we watched together. That's on my list. And then I started American Horror Story.
Oh, cool.
But
From
I,
the first season?
no.
Oh, okay.
So
The new one?
no. So I a long time ago I watched season 1 when it first came out. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was fine.
Sure.
It wasn't
It's
like
fine.
great.
Love Connie Britton. Shouts to her.
Who's that?
The redheaded woman from the first season.
Oh, nice. I don't remember. Even remember.
I like
Yeah,
her
me
a lot.
neither. Can't
Yeah.
remember.
But there's like 8 seasons now. 9,
something like
that.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
There was one specifically.
I stopped at Asylum.
Same.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
Which
Which
That's
was
season
that?
2, right?
That's
3?
3.
Okay, I skipped 2 and I watched 1 and 3.
Well, I think that's kind of cool how you can just kind of jump around
Totally.
different storylines. That's fun. But I started on 6.
Is that the
is that
Lady
Hotel?
Gaga one?
It's not Hotel.
Oh.
Lady Gaga is in it.
Okay.
It's Rorik. It's like a fake reality TV show.
Oh, no.
Cool.
It's
So like a Black Mirror season?
sort of. I was so confused as to what I was watching because it was like it's meta and it's kind of like fourth wall breaking in a weird way. So it's like it starts as a paranormal show where it's like these people moved into this house and blah blah, and then there's people talking to camera like those are the
Okay.
There's actors playing the real people. They're like, yeah, so we moved into this house and we were scared by all this paranormal happenings, and then it cuts to a dramatization, and there's different actors playing the dramatizations.
Oh, weird.
So it's like you're watching a fake reality show.
Yeah.
So it's like if this was somebody's first American Horror Story, they would think this is fucking terrible.
Right.
It's so confusing, like thematically, but it's interesting because of that.
Right.
Because it's like it's making fun of reality TV. There's even like commercial break parts and
Oh,
like title
cool.
cards and stuff.
Oh, wow.
It's like it doesn't go to commercial, but all the timings are set to like cliffhanger
Yeah.
commercial. Like
Right.
it's like this is that show. They leaned into it. So I'm like a few
Wow.
episodes into that. It's interesting. The meta of it is
That's a cool idea, though.
yeah, where it's like let's do a fake show within a show.
I like that though, because American Horror Story, like, not that it fell off. I didn't watch all of it, but I heard mixed things about Hotel, and then for them to do like something completely different after that. Are you looking at my?
Yeah, I'm looking at your finger
Your
poking
hobo
through
glove.
For those listening that can't see, Josh cut. So he's got the Kanye gloves on. He's just
Signature.
rocking black gloves,
Right.
And he couldn't hit the soundboard buttons
his fingies.
with his gloves on. So we literally just cut a hole in the gloves.
Yeah. So
and
I
now
got a
he's got
finger
this. He's got this
exposed.
like little.
But now I can do this.
Now
Worth it.
now I can test the direction of the wind.
Yeah, yeah, just. All right, I couldn't.
Shit
You were just
show.
waving it around like it wasn't your finger poking through a glove, and I had to address that. I'm sorry.
I do not condone finger gloves by any stretch, but when you need to do a podcast
Yeah.
like this one, a very important podcast,
You got to rock it.
you got to be able to touch your iPad.
I think it
Yep.
looks really good.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
It's like
Just shake my
Oh.
finger.
okay, that made me so uncomfortable. I don't know why.
That was like a Tarzan handshake where he's like a baby in Kerchak's.
It was like the dawn of Adam, whatever it's
Creation of
called.
Adam.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Dawn creation.
whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever,
fucking
dude.
famous fucking
famous
painting, the Da Vinci or
Like,
whatever.
I don't know.
I'm Da Vinci. I'm
Oh,
a revolutionary.
Dude, I've got like fucking 10 neurons.
Fuck your 16 chapels, dude.
He's 16.
I've got like 10 neurons, dude. I can't waste them on remembering who painted the fucking. I don't know, man.
It was
Leonardo da Vinci.
it was actually Banksy that did that.
Oh,
so.
cool. It's kind of a satire.
Yeah.
It's kind of a satire on classical
inspired
paintings.
by Kanye West.
All right. Shall we get into Suicide Squad?
All right, yeah. Was that it for you?
That's it for me on. Yeah.
Nice.
The Suicide
Let's talk
Squad.
about the Suicide Squad.
What are we? Some kind of There Are Too Many Movies?
Oh shit.
Can we get this right off the bat? I hate that it's called the Suicide Squad.
Really?
What's that?
Rebrand it somehow. If it's gonna be a fucking reboot slash
But that's
soft
what they're
reboot,
called.
I know, but there's a movie called Suicide Squad.
No, this is the Suicide
the
Squad.
Oh, my
Suicide
bad. You added THE. oh shit, well then by all means, no one will be confused.
What
and
are they
that's not
supposed to do?
HBO Max, HBO Go Pro, HBO Now, all that shit. This is the same thing, like Suicide Squad and The Suicide Squad.
But like they can't just call it Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that would be the same movie.
But
they can't. They're not legally allowed
I didn't
to.
say they should do that.
What should they do?
They
The bad guys.
the fellas who may bring about their own demise.
The DC bad guys.
What was the first one called?
Suicide Squad.
Colon what?
Suicide Squad.
Was
No,
it?
yeah, it was just Suicide Squad.
Okay, so this should be colon something.
But it's not a sequel to Suicide Squad.
Yes, it is.
It's
No, it's just a
not,
reboot,
though.
right?
Kinda. It's kind of a reboot.
They called it a soft reboot.
Yeah.
I
So
just
they're
like,
totally
they added
scrapping.
the.
What? Okay, they should
It's
have.
just a metaphor for how fucking messy DC's universe
Yeah.
They
entirely
should
is.
just call
Where
it.
they're just like, I don't know.
The colon should have been "fuck David Ayer." I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what the colon should have been.
Yep.
But they just went with something clean, something simple. The Suicide Squad.
But just, I don't know. It doesn't even have to be a sequel. Like, you're calling it a soft reboot and you're calling it the same thing and adding the. It's just so, like, I know right now it's relevant, so people are going to say, I've seen Suicide Squad, and someone will be like, yes.
Like, I love Jared Leto.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying you'll get them confused right now, because obviously someone's referencing the new one.
What if it was called the new Suicide Squad?
How about the good
That would be
Suicide
better.
Squad?
That would be better.
That would be better.
Actually, yeah.
The new Suicide Squad.
Like, I don't know, the suicide, I don't know, just something different to differentiate them. It bugs me that the first one is just that, and this is that. It's the same thing. They're just dipping their toes in such a non-committal reboot that it's like
like I know they called it a soft reboot, but this is hard as fuck.
Hardest
dude.
of reboots.
They have all the same characters.
They are essentially blowing the fuck out of David Ayer's old movie. Like
thematically or like the lore wise. So
everything about
Yeah.
it, dude. Like
Same
it's
actors are
it's
playing.
just Harley Quinn and Rick Flag, and then a few of the other ones.
Yeah, but they left it open for Will Smith to return. So that's not
Fair enough.
That's not reboot.
Was Idris Elba's character what Will Smith's character was in the other
No.
Suicide Squad?
First of all, it's
No.
Idris Elba. Second of all, it's Bloodsport. And then the last one is Deadshot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just a different guy that can shoot good.
A different assassin.
No, but
It's
like-
kind of the same
but-
guy.
Deadshot is with bullets and guns specifically, and
And he's with what?
he has
Like
just
arrows?
all weapons and arrows, and like he can make a weapon out of anything.
He's the fucker upper.
Okay.
Bloodsport. He makes a sport out of killing. Like
Got
he can
it.
do anything.
Great, but I mean, Idris Elba was originally considered to be.
There are a lot of similarities to those characters, like especially
Accuracy.
in this one with the daughter, that is like motivating him throughout his whole journey.
Yeah.
They're both from Louisiana, which is kind of okay,
Yeah.
but
It's like they're
I think
carbon copies.
It kind of ends there. Well, I mean, I don't know. Idris Elba's his own guy.
Of course.
I don't think he's Will Smith. You know what I mean?
No, I know
But
that.
as villains, they have borderline the same moveset and all that stuff, so it's kind of like they feel the same.
A guy
Yeah.
that can shoot good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's a guy that's, I don't know. He can aim well and he can shoot.
I thought it was like nice and like tongue in cheeky whenever John Cena's character, like they're describing John Cena's character, and he's like, "What the fuck? I have those same exact characteristics."
He's like, I shoot better and faster.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
loved his little quippy.
Yeah.
Because one thing about Suicide Squad, and like, of course, they have to bring it back into this, and I don't know how to avoid it necessarily without giving them like the shitty title cards that you didn't like specifically from the first Suicide Squad.
Oh, terrible.
Was
Which,
like,
by the way, they weren't even on screen long enough to read.
yeah.
What the
But-
fuck was that? It was like half a second of paint splatter motion graphic, my first After Effects project type of template, and then into bullshit.
Right.
Had to
Sorry.
make
No,
some
no, no.
time for the music videos that is the movie.
I guess.
Yeah, and I think that like okay, so the issue from the first Suicide Squad that is brought into this one is exposition and how Amanda Waller constantly and Rick Flag both need to tell you, the audience, everything you need to know about the character, which I don't think is necessary anymore. Like,
Well,
They sort of let them speak for themselves.
maybe not necessarily.
At first, like Rick Flag introduces the entire team. Weasel.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is, Mothra, or, whatever the fuck
Yeah.
he's talking
but
about.
we are dealing with like second-rate comic book heroes, though. Here,
Yes.
Yeah,
So
they're all
maybe-
stuff no one would know.
Exactly. It's not like he's going Superman, a guy that's invincible and
True.
like it's
True.
it's like, who are these people? I legit didn't know. If I went into this, I mean, this is how I went into it. when I saw those guys, I was like, I don't know if these are made up or from some weird one-off comic, and they're just, they're going.
Comics been around a long time, so
Right.
it's like there are so many villains that are still untapped.
Right.
Hat Man.
That's what this is about. Professor Pig hasn't been in a movie.
Yeah.
So
but the fact that they had Polka Dot Man in general, like,
Yeah,
he's not
yeah.
obviously someone that I read or anything like that, but like I've seen on the internet like panels because like, look at this fucking superhero,
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then they bring him into the movie. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that
think
was-
that's cool. A cool choice.
that was the intention of the original comic book run of the Suicide Squad by Joel Ostrander, was that it is second-rate villains that team up, because it's like, it's a fucking brilliant idea. It's like, these are the like, what do we do with all of these people with super abilities? They're in jail already. Oh,
Right.
okay, let's make them do shit for the U.S. government.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
And Amanda Waller as the villain of the story, who is just a human being,
yeah.
but a bad motherfucker. It's brilliant, man. I love the story of the Suicide Squad, and to see this taken with such fucking like careful like detail, like from James Gunn. I like, this is 100% cinema for me. Like, I fucking loved everything about this.
It's a fun movie for sure.
Nearly everything.
Yeah. I think the most interesting thing for me was how subversive it was. Where
Yeah.
it was like, you think you know what you're watching? Fuck you. We'll kill off
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
In the first 5 minutes.
Dude, even in the title cards, like in the posters, it's like, don't get too attached. That is
What it says?
That's the tagline for this movie.
That's
Don't
awesome.
get too attached to any of these people.
Yeah.
And like, it was a pretty big deal that right away, whenever James Gunn was hired to do Suicide Squad, that he brought on, what's his name? What's his name? Dude from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris
Michael
Pratt.
Rooker.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was a big deal because it's Michael Rooker. He was Yondu in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Had this huge, awesome character arc, and like now he's at the Suicide Squad. It's like, oh shit, this is gonna be a big deal.
And
then,
the intro's with him. The movie starts with him.
yeah, it starts with him.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
the main
dude.
protagonist. No, but James Gunn's brother is in this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that dude. That's like, he's always one of like the mercenaries that like is trying to. Like, he's always with Michael Rooker in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fuck yeah.
He plays the Weasel and the Calendar Man in this
That's
movie.
awesome.
Yeah.
And also the
Calendar
Weasel.
Man.
Yeah, the weasel was such a weird thing where it was like, and I like how it was addressed. Like, is this a dog? What is this?
Yeah, yeah.
Like those.
Dude, Pete Davidson randomly in this
yeah,
movie.
Yeah.
I like that he was in there briefly, but also like I'm glad he was kind of picked off early
Yeah.
because it's just Pete Davidson in this.
Right,
You know where it's
Exactly.
like, but I liked his little cameo.
Yeah.
But
He's like, hey guys, you can come out now.
Yeah.
They're all here. I
Yeah.
was like, what is this?
yeah,
Then just gets immediately decapped.
his
Yeah.
whole head shot off.
Yeah.
like- and I like how the violence obviously in this movie was like
Totally over
this
the
is
top.
where DC needs to live.
Yes.
This
yes.
is like
It's, dude,
we've said this so many times.
like, I know it stands for Detective Comics, but like the narrative of DC being like the dark, brooding, dark comics.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not the colorful Marvel experience, the Marvel Cinematic Universe where everything is Disney. You
Good
know what I
guy
mean?
who's a
Like,
good
Good guys
guy wins.
always win.
It's
yeah.
literally Disney now.
yeah.
Genuinely, yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like,
So this is like where it needs to live. You're absolutely right, dude. It needs to be dark and gritty and violent and fucking like the Watchmen. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a
they need to surrender to competing to the Marvel colorful cinematic.
Exactly.
Yes.
They need to surrender because you cannot play in that ball game.
and that's what Zack Snyder tried to do, man. And,
Yeah.
and he got shit all over for it. I mean, Man of Steel, granted, has its moments. I still love that movie. And then DC got scared and Warner Brothers got scared. It's like, oh, okay, fuck it. Let's just make it funny and you know
Yeah.
all this shit. And they fucked up. And look at Justice League,
Yeah.
the original Justice League, and see how that did.
In contrast, though, apparently Warner Brothers was very hands off for James Gunn in this movie.
Yeah.
Look how that shit worked.
Which is, I don't know if that's true, but that's what.
Yeah,
is
no, for real.
Is everywhere.
Because he killed off 90% of James Gunn or David Ayer's Suicide Squad. If you really think about it.
He killed them off, or they're just not
Yes,
here?
dude. Rick Flag dies.
Yeah, true.
Captain Boomerang dies.
He was in the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Boomerang.
yeah, see, exactly. You're like, he was in that movie at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's such second rate.
And the only one that survives is Harley Quinn. The Joker's not even brought up in this at all.
he's alluded to and
Alluded to.
in like her past relationships, but
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, interesting.
I thought this would, at points, be like just like part of Harley Quinn's overarching story. like the movie would sort of serve to be just that, because the fact that she was in it, and she's got her own movies and stuff like
Right.
that. And I'm glad that it wasn't essentially just like a mechanism for her character development, and it had everything else in it.
Dude,
Yeah.
even she, whenever this was in pre-production, like she talked to James Gunn about doing this and like, yeah, I want to come back and do it. I want to play as Harley Quinn as often as I can. But I don't think that Harley Quinn needs to be the main source of the storyline. She's kind of like this, like, not ambient figure, but like she's a character that pops up whenever you need her to, but like the story shouldn't live with her.
Exactly.
She's such a kind of like, I don't know, ominous being, and that the story should be carried through different characters.
Yeah.
She should just be supporting.
She's just more of the agent of chaos, that kind of
Right.
the wild card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Joker, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, but speaking of Harley Quinn, I want to say her character in this felt like more of developed and authentic Harley Quinn
Absolutely.
than Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think and I was curious, like, was it the direction? Was it the script? And honestly, what stuck out for me was I think it was the R rating, because I think it
Like
like
Birds of Prey was R-rated.
But it didn't go
What?
as full on as it could have.
there was like no blood in that though.
Yep. She does cocaine and
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
R-rating.
Oh shit. Okay, that was the most Harley Quinn thing of that movie.
Yeah,
Probably
yes, it
one
really
of the
was.
only things I liked. Like, not only things.
Where she fucks up the police station.
But dude,
Yeah.
you know what it is, and this has kind of been my thought throughout, like, you know, Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey. The problem with Harley Quinn in those movies is not Margot Robbie. She's fucking great. She's
She's great.
fantastic, and she plays her really well.
Yeah.
It's the writing around her and just the movies overall.
Yeah.
And when you put her in a good fucking movie, it's like, oh yeah, she shines. She's fucking
she's
awesome
like
in this.
tailor made for Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
absolutely.
great. She's
And
great as Harley Quinn.
her action scenes more than make up for Birds of Prey and Suicide Squad, because she fucking kicks ass in this movie.
Yeah, she was
and
great.
It's awesome.
And the violence, I feel like, is so much more of a juxtaposition to her crazy, goofy jokiness. Like, where it's like, hee, I'm just a little clown woman, and she's blowing people's brains
Yeah,
out, and
that's
you
the
see their
disturbing-
heads
yeah.
explode.
Right.
When you can see the violence like that, it's more of a contrast of her character, where it's like it's more twisted, it's more dark, it's more fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's surprising that Birds of Prey is R, right?
I thought it was PG-13.
Because like
it's because of the cocaine that it's R.
that's a big part of it. Yeah. Like they wouldn't take it out, or they had to take it out if they wanted a PG-13 rating, because it's essentially a PG-13 movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's doing drugs.
That's wild, dude. I
But like tonally, complete opposites.
tonally it's PG-13.
Seriously.
Like, it doesn't matter what they say.
Exactly.
That's a PG-13 movie.
And another thing, like even with the writing of like even the female characters, dude, like in David Ayer's Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller is like this #girl boss, and like Amanda Waller is supposed to be the fucking villain in Suicide Squad. She's literally controlling them, like their lives, and will kill their family members if they don't do what they're supposed to do. She's the villain. She's a bad guy.
She didn't come across as a villain in Suicide Squad 1.
No.
It was like-
she's
it
like
was-
justified and like
Like
Yeah.
just a shitty boss, kind of.
yeah. But in this one, she's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's menacing.
She's a piece of shit, and they played it perfectly. And it wasn't Viola Davis's fault. She fucking nailed it, dude.
She did good. She did good, yeah. In this one. But,
Yeah.
But you're right. It's not. It's the movie's fault. It's not. But yeah, so I also want to talk about that, like, because
And Ratcatcher 2, fuck,
Oh,
man.
fuck yeah. That's
who's
a,
Ratcatcher too?
the person with the rat superpower.
Oh, that's
It's Ratcatcher.
Her name is
Two,
Rat-
2, because her dad was Ratcatcher.
got it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taika Waititi.
Yeah, awesome cameo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing cameo.
Yeah.
The
but-
heart of the film, for sure.
But yeah, I wanted to talk about the, like, about 50 minutes in, I paused it to go to the bathroom, and I was just like, I don't care about any of these people. Like, it's weird.
Over
but, like,
time, I started to care, but obviously at the beginning,
I think it was because, one, it was so subversive. It was like, okay, these people just blew up, and I didn't even.
Well, dude, that's the thing. It's an actual Suicide Squad. People fucking die.
I love that aspect
I like
of
that
it.
that was fulfilled.
Yeah.
for sure. And then it was like the second rate. Motivation wasn't that clear. It was like, we're going into a country because there's an evil dictator, there's like government presence, but then there's also a star thing.
And it's secretly the U.S.'s fault. Who would have guessed?
right, but
Yeah.
then
I thought that was a nice twist, though.
I wasn't like, and maybe this speaks to like the theme of the movie, where it's like you're not rooting for anybody.
No.
Like the woman running the whole operation that can turn them off. I was like, she's an asshole. All these criminals, like
They're criminals.
They're criminals.
yeah. But it's like they're. You know, Idris Elba's amazingly deplorable from the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you to his daughter.
Yeah,
like, that
yeah.
whole thing. And then, you know, Harley Quinn is fun, chaotic, but like that was probably the only character where I was like, okay, what's going on? Is she okay? What's her motive here? I didn't even have a journey like 45 minutes in, where it was like they're just in a jungle doing a thing,
Right.
and that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
along for the fun ride of it,
Right.
But I was like, I don't know what stakes are there? None for me. Because first of all, don't care about them, and second of all, I don't even know what they're doing.
Right.
I was like, they're gonna go do a thing. I didn't even know what was happening.
It starts with the ball rolling, which is sort of like hard to get to grips with, but the fact that it immediately kills so many characters, you're like, okay, this is the vibe.
Yeah, and I think ultimately it's like of course it's going to be a big action film, and I almost don't need any of that extra shit. And we still get it anyways.
Yeah.
But like part of me feels like anything more, I mean, obviously would have made it longer, which we don't want.
Yeah.
No thanks. Yeah.
So I was fine with it, dude. And I understood their mission. Amanda Waller has a thing, and she's not even being very descriptive about it. It's like you're going to go to Jotunheim and, you know, destroy this power plant that has like an alien being in it.
I think I
call
you know,
it a day.
And that's the thing is like I zoned out for maybe one line and I had no idea what they were doing after that. Like
Okay.
maybe there was one mission brief scene,
Right.
And I was like, started thinking about something else, just fucking wano.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, so they're going where, doing what, and that's on me. But also it maybe because it was kind of a summer fun top down type of situation. I didn't care to like really.
You don't really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like- yeah. I guess so, but. That was one of my complaints with it. Was like I don't know what's happening, and I guess it doesn't matter.
They put you right into the shit, dude. Like they arrive on that beach, the weasel drowns to death like
we
immediately.
need to talk about that.
That was great.
Yeah, it was funny, but like, okay, they were like, he consented to this, we think.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and like so they're in a criminal facility, and I'm not saying like the government is good or whatever, but assuming this is like a rehab or a rehabilitation facility, it's like corrections,
Right.
Like, oh, you're gonna serve your time, you're gonna get out,
Right.
It was like they just took him out of his cell and killed him.
Yeah.
That's what they did to the weasel.
That's what the Suicide Squad is, though.
yes,
Dude,
yeah,
fuck you, you're expendable.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Yeah.
you're ours. We can use you however the fuck we need to.
yeah. But they still had to agree to it.
He's a weasel.
That's the thing.
But they can't agree to it. Almost.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I mean, she would just blackmail every
Right.
person into agreeing
Right.
to it.
But with Weasel, at least how they did him in the film, it's like he's barely more than human.
Yeah.
You know, like he doesn't have thoughts or anything. He's
Yeah.
just like, like he just goes
Reacting to
wherever.
external stimuli.
And I think they wrote one line which is supposed to forgive what they did, which is, oh, he killed 27 children. And it was this one throwaway line. And like,
Yeah.
oh, don't worry, we can do whatever we want with him.
Right.
Is what like that
Yeah.
line was. And then they immediately just drop. I was like, that's fucking tragic. like
Yeah.
they just literally just, he had no idea what was happening. And suddenly he's drowning for his,
Yeah.
struggling for his life. And I know we should say he didn't drown if you watch the post-credit scene or whatever.
Right.
But like that, I'm sure is added because of what I'm saying. I'm sure somebody watched this and was okay. The weasel though. Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm sure someone in the studio watched this and was like, we got like one note. We're so sorry, but like you can't just kill someone without their consent like that. Like I don't know. Something about it.
Part of me doesn't think that they gave a shit because they kill a lot of people. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It
guess.
makes it funnier to me, the fact that an animal that is not a human can't agree to something, and then they just open a trap door under him, and he's... Dude, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah,
The
it's
intro
fucking amazing.
has some of the best physical comedy I've seen in a superhero movie, like with the detachable kid. How
Oh my
he's
God.
just standing there like, ah!
Yeah, and like the
Nathan
fact,
Fillion, by the way.
Oh, really? Fuck yeah.
yeah, he's awesome. And then the fact that they kind of make fun of that guy's power. I'm sure he's a real detached, like it's
Yeah.
a real thing. And they literally just go, look how fucking stupid this superpower
Yeah,
is.
it's just like his arms
He's
flopping
just
around.
slapping people with
just-
automatic rifles.
Yeah,
They're like,
it-
what do we...
Yeah, they're just slapping the guns like,
Yeah.
what is this? And then he just dies. Like, I love that, all that.
Yeah.
That was so funny, the beginning.
And dude, even the people working for the government, working for Amanda Waller, like placing bets on the Suicide Squad, like actually having a death pool.
Yeah.
very
That was-
cabin in the woods.
That was fucking awesome. Loved that. Nice little detail that they added in there. And it's like shit that would actually make it into a comic book. Like that's those
Totally.
are little details. It's like, oh yeah, James Gunn fucking gets it.
Yeah, they're all people. He's creating a full world. Yeah,
Yes.
it's awesome.
You know what's crazy though? Something I noticed, and the Deadpool thing you just brought up reminded me of it. Like the betting sequence, there was like a montage after that everyone died in the beginning. Like there's quite a few like montages with top 40 type music. Right?
Yeah.
Why does he do it well? And and
yes,
everybody
fucking
else,
A.
and everybody else, it annoys the fuck out of me,
Dude, okay, so get this shit. David Ayer did top 40 songs that we've heard a million fucking times in movies.
Yeah.
And James Gunn gave us a fucking playlist.
Yeah,
Totally.
like,
He
I
does
don't-
that shit.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Those aren't top 40 hits. It's fucking Ooga Chaka.
Yeah,
Ooga.
it's like
we've
songs
never
that you
fucking
know
heard
he
that.
loves.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He
You can
personalized
see him
that playlist.
listening to it and seeing and writing the scene around it.
Exactly.
He made a
That's-
mixtape for us.
It seems
essentially.
intentional.
Yeah,
like where it's
absolutely.
like I'm like I can imagine him listening to music and then seeing a scene play out.
Yeah.
and then that's the way it
Like
was written.
the
and
moment of inspiration.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
and not necessarily an afterthought, which it
It's
usually
not fucking
feels like.
Creedence Clearwater Revival on a fucking helicopter.
And it's not Warner Brothers going, hey, we've got this hot artist, let's get this song in there,
yeah.
or whatever. Where it's like
Pink Lamborghini versus fucking
yeah, it's like it's not shoehorned in. It's
No.
like, oh, this is how I envisioned this scene. Like the irony of this music and this, like the lyrics of this,
Yep.
this, like it was intentional.
Yes.
And I think it shows from
He made a fucking mixtape straight up.
Yes, and I think it's from scratch. Like when you see the flour being made to the bread to the whatever, as opposed to like, oh, I made a thing. Let's slap something on top of it.
Totally.
Where it's like. The origin of the idea was around that song probably.
Yes.
Where it's
Exactly.
like, okay, this montage sequence, I need a montage song. So let me think about it. And everything from the cinematography to the direction is around that.
Yeah,
it was
there's, like,
probably
art.
playing on set. It was probably playing on set during
Exactly.
that scene. That's how it felt.
Yeah. Dude, I think even the opening title sequence where it's like it's the song says like those are all my friends and now they're dead.
Dead, yeah.
And it's like it's showing all of the different Suicide Squad members that were just killed.
Yeah.
And like their corpses.
Yeah.
That was fucking genius.
In
dude.
like stylistic shots that aren't just like fucking CGI shit. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Right,
And
yeah.
the first shot is the fucking canary eating that dude's head off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
After
picking
he
at his head.
killed.
Yeah, after he killed the same bird. Fucking A. That's brilliant. That's
Yeah.
fucking James Gunn detail.
And we
I love
actually
that shit.
got to see a button get like pushed too at the very beginning
Yeah,
too. Like
yeah.
the guy just fleeing and running for
Yeah.
his life and just head exploded. In
Dude,
the,
in Suicide Squad, the one time it happens, it's fucking stupid, dude.
Really?
what I don't even remember it.
Dude, it was Slipknot, and he's like, "I'm out of here," and he fucking he literally starts climbing a building, and then his head explodes. They're like, "Yep, that's what happens. Don't go off the mission." And it was just like a dumb like. Okay, so you just brought in Slipknot to kill him in 5 seconds?
Yeah.
This one, it's like we have an entire arc with Savant,
Yeah.
and then he gets killed because he's running away.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
It is a little more developed.
Yeah.
I love that thing where the intro of a movie is an entire character's arc, and then it's used just as a window to present the main characters or another one.
Yeah.
It is such an awesome narrative device to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I love that subversion of like, here's the story, psych.
Yep.
Like it's a whole different Suicide Squad on the other side of the beach.
Yep.
But not in the cringy way where it's like, oh, you thought that'd be us, would you? Well, here's actually the movie.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Exactly.
it's not a fucking Harley Quinn narration over it.
Yeah, and also there were some moments that there almost required required information where it was like, oh, here's
8 minutes earlier.
8 minutes earlier,
Yeah.
or now, or
And I thought, I mean, granted, I don't love it.
no,
I don't love
especially
how
when
they
it's
did it.
stylized like that. It's
But it fits better
It
as
fits better.
like puzzle pieces than
Because it's a comic book
Totally,
thing.
yeah.
Like, that's how comic books do it. And it's like, okay.
okay. Like
That kinda
it's in
justifies
the
it.
soap on the
Yeah.
on the tub and or
Yep.
the toilet seat and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I would prefer that as opposed to like a full screen font that just looks like a text layer.
There's not like the fucking
editorial.
Avengers where it's like an entire screen of text that says London. You know, they're
Yeah.
fucking yelling at you.
Yeah, true.
I hate that
And
so much.
I like the artsy version, like when they get to Jotunheim and Jotunheim is spelled out in like wreckage.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
cool.
Like, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was,
They did it tastefully, artistically, and like I said, it's like straight from the panels of a comic book.
yeah. So yeah, it's forgivable in that sense. I think I would dislike it more if it was text.
It takes me out sometimes, and I know we've had this conversation too. It's like it takes me out a little bit, but like I don't hate it because part of me feels like I might be a little confused.
If that's the thing. It's like I said, it was like it's necessary evil.
You
in this
need
sense,
context.
because if you fast forward 8 minutes earlier but you cut to the same group of Suicide Squad members or whatever, you're like, wait, what? The building blew up and now it's back. It's like that's some of it is required, but it's because of those little bridges that they made between the timelines. That jumping between the two parties and the two teams and the way they wrapped up everything in this whole movie, I thought was very interesting.
I thought this during the movie. I don't give a fuck about anything, but don't let anything happen to King Shark or Sebastian.
Oh my god, I love King Shark.
Everybody's rooting for King Shark and Sebastian. It's like the animals. It's the sensibility of the animals. I think that's why the weasel thing fucked me up.
Well, dude, because fucking King Shark is just constantly smiling.
Yeah, he's like,
And, he's the biggest doofus that's ever lived.
I had no idea he was played by Sylvester Stallone until
Really?
the end of the movie.
Oh, wow.
Me neither.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Until just now.
Right now.
Sylvester
Wow.
Stallone played that.
That's awesome.
I love that. Like his introduction is he's reading a book upside down.
Yeah.
He's like, I am smart. I read book.
Good read.
Good read.
Yeah, I love that.
Dude, yeah, he's fucking amazing.
His like the way he'll like casually walk up to a bed. When you're playing like a stealth video game and you're just like amazed by the fact that you can sneak up behind someone who's standing right next to someone else and just like pick them up and rip them in half and throw them in the bushes. He does that in the movie, and it works out to such a comedic effect that it's so well done.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
it's just a shark.
yeah, it's a big shark.
Yeah. Just a fucking street shark.
Yeah.
Just going up and eating motherfuckers, man. I love that.
There was a very interesting conversation or like little factoid I found online where King Shark is usually depicted as a hammerhead,
Right.
In the comics, and a lot of people were like, "Hey, you redesigned blah blah," and he cared enough to go on Twitter and be like, "Here, I'll walk you through the design process. Like, we did this, we tried this, we tried this. It was really hard to frame up a reaction shot. The eyes are on the sides.
Yeah.
Like he was like, it
You'd have
just
to go, huh?
like,
Yeah.
everything was so wide and awkward. He was like, we just had to like condense it, and he had some other good reasons, but he cared enough to go on Twitter to engage with the fans and be like, listen, I get it, it just doesn't work as good.
It looks great on a comic book panel. It doesn't look good on screen.
Yeah, it was something that he just had to,
And I genuinely thought it was perfect. It
and
is
that's fine. Like
the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
and like heroes go through redesigns, it's fine. But
Yeah.
I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, that's why Batman still has not had the white eyes on film before, because it's like you can't like
He
there's
did,
no
though.
In Dark Knight,
what?
when he searches through the TVs or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like a one-off.
alluded to.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
It's a one.
You mean
yeah,
an entire
it's-
like part of his design?
Yeah, the design of Batman doesn't have white eyes because it's like there's no character there. You can't like unless
Yeah.
it's
Totally.
with Deadpool where he can like squint and stuff.
Right.
It just looks like a mask versus like it's his face. You know?
Right.
Yeah, it's a good point. Like with Deadpool, that like they
The little
alter
lens
it.
thing
They
or whatever.
alter it in VFX. They make him
Yeah, like
kinda-
Spider-Man too. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, we were going to talk about. Didn't Ben Affleck have white eyes as well
No.
at one point?
I don't think so.
I thought he did Detective Batman at some point and went.
I don't think so. He had goggles like fucking the Night
Oh, yeah.
Owl, which I hated.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm thinking of. My bad. Anyways, so I want to. Speaking of characters we love, Milton, rip. Rest in
Just
peace to
some
Milton.
dude.
Just some dude.
Fucking Polka Dot Man's buddy, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Like, as soon as I saw them run into the building, I was like, wait, why is the driver going? I saw it immediately. I was like, wait, what, the driver's going?
Yeah.
Like, but nobody addressed it.
Yeah.
He was just there. And I was like, what is going on? It was in the back of my head. Every time I saw him, I was like, why is he... Why didn't he wait in the car?
And fucking perfect delivery at the end.
Because he's just like an extra.
Yeah, whenever he gets shot and Polka Dot Man is like, that's Milton. Yeah. Like, he's been helping us this whole time, and everyone was like, why did he come? Like,
music cuts out.
Yeah.
There's all these like just reaction shots of like, who?
Like pissed off at
Milton.
everyone for not knowing.
Yeah.
Like
also Polka Dot Man,
his performance,
his arc, his performance. That actor is like super underutilized from Prisoners, from The Dark Knight. Fucking A, man, awesome.
I think you bring up a good point about the arc. So
Yep.
I think this did. I could see it all happening, but this did a great job at going, here's a window into this character, here's a window into this character, here's why you should care, here's why you should care, here's why you should care. But it wasn't until late, the first one I can think of is Ratcatcher, and they were like at the jungle at that point, right? Like she was like, oh, back in the day, and then it did a flashback, and then same for Polka Dot Man. Like they were already in the jungle.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, I see my mom everywhere, I have polka dot issues, and like all that.
Yeah.
And then the shark even had a moment, which was like at 90 minutes in, where he was like touching the aquarium.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, he's just lonely. He wants friends.
Yeah,
it's so sad, but
friend.
friend. And I think James Gunn did a good job at making you invest. And I know
Give a shit.
I know earlier I said I didn't care about anybody, but that was like about an hour in. The last hour or so is all
character building.
Yeah.
He did it at the end versus at the beginning, where it's like, no, you're thrown into this goddamn movie.
Right.
And then we'll handle the character development afterwards. Dude, the most touching part of this film is at the very fucking end, or, close to the very fucking end with Ratcatcher. And it's like, I didn't realize that she's the heart of this goddamn movie until the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
Sort of the same with, you could sort of tell with Cyborg during his, when he starts going into the backstory, you're like, this is the heart.
Yeah.
But you couldn't really tell till the end with Suicide Squad.
Dude, I love the reveal of Polka Dot Man. Like, in that, like, he... like, how creepy he is.
Yeah.
It's like, I just think they're my mother and I kill them. Like, that was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
That was just a
She's
great
everywhere.
reveal. Yeah.
When Starro was fucking up the city, and then it switched to like his mom, like as a kaiju, basically.
Yeah.
Like that was so funny and over the top.
Yeah.
It was great.
We got fucking kaijus up in this bitch. I figured you would like that line.
I love that. Yeah.
There was also, I want to say at the beginning, like speaking of being thrown into it, I thought, because I share an HBO Max account with a few people, like quite a few people.
Reported.
I thought I had hit play, and how sometimes it resumes.
Oh,
I was like, "Are we watching the finale?"
Oh,
I got
damn.
like I was like half paying attention, getting dinner ready and stuff, and then like as it was starting. So when I looked over, we were in the prison cell or whatever. I didn't see so and so presents or any of that. Right? I didn't see opening title cards. And so when it got into like that scene, we were about halfway through killing everyone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was like, should I check that? But I was like, I'll write it out. And then a second or a few minutes later, it was like Warner Brothers presents on the beach in blood or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
That's how we're starting this. Yeah.
I was like, it's like I like that it's like a welcome to this movie type of like, opening with such an unexpected thing is such a big dick move.
It's like a superhero Saving Private Ryan kind of.
Yeah, in a way.
It's just such like a how we're gonna like. I just like it's such a bold opening to a movie. So,
dude. Okay, so right after that, after the beach scene, like they find out that Rick Flag is only like a mile away, so they have to go save him from this camp that he's at.
Yeah.
So then it's Bloodsport and Peacemaker. By the way, shouts to fucking John Cena because we
killed it.
We just saw him in F9.
Yep.
Can't say anything about it, but he's a good actor in this movie.
He's good. Can we talk about his arms for a second?
Dude is a fucking meat castle.
He's just the biggest man ever. It's just unavoidable.
It's just his triceps are literal fucking. He looks like those Hulk action figures from back in the day that were like. It's like, you know what I mean?
I can fit both of my arms in one of his.
Yes.
Dude, I feel like they
his
modeled...
arms are bigger than my quad.
I feel like they tried to model King Shark after John Cena's body and were like, he can't be that muscly.
It's not realistic.
Yeah. So we have to like thin him out. And
there were times when I would see him in frame and I was like, okay, that's CGI. I thought there was Josh's face. Nope.
That
just
is
human beef.
Dude,
that is just meat and rice and chicken and fucking protein powder.
Yep, just chicken and brown rice. That's all he's doing.
Just push-ups and pull-ups. You can do it too.
Yep, you absolutely can do that without the help of a nutritionist and drugs.
Hey, man.
So John Cena looks great. Just want
Yeah,
to
he
say
looks
that.
fucking-
It was insane.
Yeah. He is insane.
He looked like an action figure. Like it was just
Dude,
it was distracting.
I love that scene whenever they wake up from like camp or whatever, and John Cena is just like standing there in tidy whities.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you sleeping like that for, dude?
Insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude is insane. Okay, so the Suicide Squad goes to capture or rescue Rick Flag from the rebels, dude.
Yeah.
And then Bloodsport and Peacemaker like have a competition of killing people.
The unspoken competition where they're
Yeah.
just like looking at each other like, pew.
And then
like-
John Cena approaches that wounded like that wounded guy on the fucking gurney. He's like, go.
Oh, that was great.
Like,
awesome.
oh my god, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I was that whole scene though. I was like, why hasn't anybody turned around?
It's
like-
the stealth video game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
killed 30 some people before and then they had killed 20 people and then someone else was still.
Exactly.
I was like, wait, what? Like all chaos should have erupted by now.
Some guy
but whatever.
just Donald ducking, shirt, no pants,
Yeah.
opened the door like, ah. That was so good.
Literally just shot him in the dick. Like,
So fucking funny, dude.
And then doesn't
They
the
kill women too.
Yeah, doesn't
She's like
the
doing
shark-
the dishes. And,
yeah, I saw. I like noticed that where it was like, oh, we're not prejudiced about our.
Yeah, just a poison dart to the neck while she's like
Well, dude,
scrubbing.
that's
Yeah.
even what Peacemaker says at one point. He's like, I demand liberty and peace at no matter the cost, no matter how many women or children I have to kill
Yeah.
to get it. You know,
Which
that
is brutal.
reaction. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Hilarious characterization for that.
Yeah.
He's like Captain America without the. He's just unleashed.
He's
which
like
is fun.
Eisenhower's Captain America. He's like, guys, we're here to save you.
Exactly. But yeah, that scene was great, and I also love that subversion of like we killed all the baddies, and then like you just killed my whole fleet.
Yeah, her reaction, like, and she played it so straight, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you just killed everyone, and then King Shark, like, essentially throws up a dude's finger with like a ring on it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like wait, why didn't my team alert me of your presence? And they were like, I didn't see anybody. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, like
That was
she's
great.
like, I'm confused. Why didn't they stop you? And they're like, we didn't see anyone.
yeah,
No one was there.
It's really funny, but then for her to be like instantly forgive them for killing everybody and like her family and friends, like that
Like,
was
hey,
weird.
that's my life's calling is this revolution.
Yeah, and then she just went, well, anyways, I'll help you. I was like, oh, okay, whatever, I guess.
Dude.
I don't care that much, but it's like,
I guess she doesn't have a choice in
Yeah.
the grand scheme
She's
of
like, I'll do
things.
anything. They killed my family.
I
Like,
guess so.
The government did. Dude, back again really quickly to Polka Dot Man. He has the biggest, and like this kind of unlocked a lot of things for me in this movie, is that he has the biggest Mystery Men vibes.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Was he not
The
in
goggles
Mystery
and-
Men, that guy?
I don't think so. But like this movie is like a fucking like big budget Mystery Men.
Totally.
You're
dude.
so right. You're so right. Yeah.
It has that
Spoon
same-
Man.
dude. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
and it kind of like, oh shit, it unlocked those memories of like that movie was fucking fantastic, and it just turned all of that shit to 100. You know?
Totally.
With
So
a
right.
gigantic fucking budget.
Yeah.
I
Very
love
true.
that.
Very true. So yeah, should we get to the ending, I guess?
Well, we have to
Fast
talk about Starro the Destroyer.
Well,
or
hold
the
on.
Conqueror.
Can we talk about how the Thinker just casually walks into a bar with fucking Megamind head and he's like,
Yep.
I'll have a brandy. And they're like, sure thing, Mr.
Yeah.
Guy with electrodes.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, so he just walks around with that on. I
Yeah,
guess,
just
like,
Doctor Who motherfucker with
Yeah,
his.
okay.
Oh, that's the smartest man on earth right there with the fucking light bulbs on his head.
Yeah, how does he sleep? Like, what's like the? Oh,
Yeah, you can't turn. Probably sleep sitting down.
yeah.
Okay, Starro the Conqueror. As a DC fanboy, I did not think that Starro would make a good DC villain.
Is he a
live-action villain.
well-storied villain? Has been along.
Not necessarily. He just pops up every now and then.
Okay.
You know? But I was proven way the fuck wrong. This was an awesome villain. And another thing that Marvel doesn't get right all the time is their fucking villains. And with DC, they, like 9 times out of 10, they fucking knock it out of the park with their villains.
Yeah.
And this also fucking makes me cringe to think that the fucking villain in Suicide Squad was Enchantress and then a guy, her brother.
You couldn't even tell me I couldn't remember.
There were just beings and witches that, like, 8 people, I guess, and energy.
I didn't even remember.
Yeah,
I can't recall at
it's
all.
like
Yeah.
comparatively, it's like that bullshit sucked, and David Ayer's even like, yeah, I made a mistake by not making Joker the main antagonist of Suicide Squad. Which, yep, you really fucked up there.
Is that a thing in the comics?
Dude, yes, the first Suicide Squad is that they need to apprehend the Joker.
By the way, this movie as a whole makes me want to read The Suicide Squad, which the last one, it made me just not even care at all. Like this now, I would actively seek out Suicide Squad comics to read.
Yeah.
You gotta watch Assault on Arkham,
Okay.
and there's a new animated Suicide Squad movie
Fuck yeah.
that is R-rated.
Came out a couple of years ago, right?
A couple months ago, I thought.
Oh, really? That recent?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's really fucking good.
Also,
but-
isn't Rocksteady's next game a Suicide Squad game?
yes,
Shit.
yeah, that's gonna be
That'll be fucking fire.
dope.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, like 7 years since their last game.
Wow,
Crazy.
and
Better be good.
And
Yeah.
it's called Suicide Squad Hunt the Justice League.
Kill the Justice League.
Kill the Justice League. Oh,
So, dude.
fuck. That's amazing.
How are
dude.
they going to make Superman a boss in a video game and not have it be just pointless? You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, the fucking they brought it up in the movie is that
Sorry, go ahead.
Deadshot?
Bloodsport almost killed Superman
Oh,
with
yeah.
a kryptonite bullet.
I thought that was
That's
a funny,
that's
like
his arc.
as a throwaway line. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Nope, he actually does that.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's a real comic book throwback.
Sick.
But yeah, I just can't wait to play that Suicide Squad game and then enter a room and there's just Demon Souls music and it's Superman with a big
Yeah.
health bar. Oh my god!
With 90 health bars like Kingdom Hearts 1 Sephiroth or something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yup.
It's like in Michael. It's like in Madden 2004 when you got to beat Michael Vick in the
There you
Super
go.
Bowl, right?
Right, totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, so fast forward to the end.
Okay.
Anything else we want to tackle?
Okay, so the ending conflict, they're blowing up Jotunheim and the Starro's reveal. I loved all the effects that they did with like the fucking people with the starfish as like their faces.
And how he
cool.
uses that as a mechanism to communicate. Like it's his only way to talk.
Yes.
I love that.
Fucking awesome. And dude, the fight that Peacemaker and Rick Flag have was fucking
That was a good fight.
dude. My fucking visual language right here is the fucking reflection of their fight in the helmet.
That was cool.
That
Of-
was
of
sick.
the Peacemaker's helmet.
Yeah.
That is my visual language. I'm too far away to kick the plant. Thank you, Chris.
I literally said that was fucking cool after that shot.
Yeah.
Like-
That's my shit. That is straight from a comic book. That is fucking 10 out of 10. All the shit that I want out of a comic book movie, that's what it did.
Yeah.
Right fucking there.
That was a cool shot.
Dude, even killing Rick Flag, which is a big fucking deal that he does that. Rick Flag in the comics dies at Jotunheim, so it's
Oh.
like you
So
kind of
that's an expected thing.
yeah, you kind of know, but like it's like how is this going to happen? He dies in an explosion, but in this one, he fucking Peacemaker kills him with a fucking piece of tile, and then the shot inside of his body of it piercing his heart.
That made
And the-
me audibly say, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The blood gushing out of his heart showing you. Dude.
More like pacemaker. Am I right?
oh, you fucking got him.
$5 Patreon. Donate now.
Film
for
school, go to it.
Go to film school.
And then his last fucking line, Peacemaker. What a joke. As he dies,
That's
dude.
awesome.
Oh, fucking shit, man.
That's
Fuck Marvel, man.
And then he becomes
Fuck Marvel.
RoboCop.
Fuck Black Widow, man. I fucking hate that shit. Oh, fuck you.
that
God.
definitely felt like a comic book moment.
Gives me like a
what
vehement.
joke.
I get disgusted with Marvel when I look at shit like this. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck them, dude.
Yeah, they
Ugh.
they never take the gloves off.
No.
Yeah,
that.
it's always because they know that their prime target is like kids now, basically. So
Yeah.
they're like, fuck, we're kind of stuck.
It's little shitty witty boys,
Yeah.
dude. This is
Yeah.
for the men.
Yeah.
This comic book movie is for men only. Buckle up, it's man time.
Anyways, I fucking loved it.
That's good.
That was awesome. Awesome little fight scene, and it made the killing of Rick Flag a big fucking deal, which it is. It's
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah, and then we get after that. Bloodsport and John Cena have their fight over the hard drive and everything because he sees what's going on with the rat catcher, and he comes in.
I love
and then
that
the callback.
That all of the information is on like a 1 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah.
for sure.
The plan.
And that thing is
30
totally
years of
fucked.
research.
Yeah.
That thing is totally fucked too.
Yeah.
Like that hard drive is fucking. It's not in any sort of encasing.
Nah.
Just
But
carrying it around.
just carrying an internal hard drive.
battlefield.
The disk is fully exposed. Like if you could scratch that and the data's gone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But whatever.
Whatever.
But yeah, so they have their little fight, and it's a callback to their first conversation in the cell, where it's like, "Oh, I can shoot in the center of your bullet," is what John
Yeah.
Cena said, and then later that's how he clips him or whatever. But
Yeah.
I love how like
Gets dealt with.
in that moment you're just like, aha, he's super funny and quippy because it's so ridiculous how he's responding. He's like, my bullets are smaller than your bullets. They'll go through yours and then I'll hit you.
Yeah.
And then that actually happens and you're like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And it's the one time he technically shot a bullet, right?
Yeah.
His other shit was shooting random shit.
He would
I
like
don't know.
pull an arrow or something.
Yeah, but then his like little gun that would like build itself.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
so
yeah.
sick. I don't know what he shoots though.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Doesn't
Bolt,
matter.
fucking
Projectiles.
Dude, Taika Waititi's cameo.
excellent.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was great.
And like he's usually really funny, but like they give him this like really peaceful, like kind of joyous moment. And like of course there's backstory where he's like a piece of shit and he's like, doing drugs and
My
shit.
father loved me, but also heroin.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
also loved heroin.
And rats.
Yeah.
Not a good dad.
Not ideal.
But at the end where it's like she gets her character arc and she's like, why rats, Dad? And like his fucking like that was awesome.
And it was, of course, put on your film school hat, it was a metaphor for the Suicide Squad in general.
Yes.
The rats are rejected and repulsive, and it's the Suicide Squad.
Also,
criminals.
They give a shout out to the original design of Ratcatcher with the gas mask that she puts
Oh,
on.
fuck yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, how she barely gets the Starro to not hit her with the gas mask. That was
Oh,
great.
That was
That
cool.
just fucking my visual language boner, dude.
But how did nobody else figure out you just cover your face? Like, get it to fucking
Right, you
like,
see 900 people with stars on their face. You're just like,
They
whoa.
probably,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
probably
no.
weren't expecting that shit,
I guess not, but also like just fucking
No.
Just dab on them.
just all they have to do is hit a dab and they're fine.
or it's like Kanye West with his fucking like mask on.
Yeah, that's all you
Like,
need.
you can't do it.
You can't get to my thoughts. My
I'm
consciousness
wearing a
is mine.
Balenciaga mask.
The stars are just avoiding it because it's Balenciaga. All these Patrick stars are like, ooh, just flying around like slapping onto people's face.
Also, the line that Starro gave, there was one in particular.
Oh.
I was content floating, staring at the stars. I was happy. I was like, dude,
That was dark.
did not expect that.
If you
I
think
was-
about it, like it's the Americans' fault for stealing Starro out of the fucking
Once
It was
out of
all
space.
brought upon by our hubris.
And his
Of
last
course.
line is, "I was happy floating, staring at the stars."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there was time now.
time now.
Yeah,
I
that was
love
dark.
that.
He's like, leave me alone. I just wanted to fucking.
All in all, David Ayer should be fucking simping hard for James Gunn right now. He should
Oh,
be
yeah.
feeling down bad, honestly.
Yeah.
This was more better. 2 D's in
Yeah,
that better.
3 Ds.
Yeah.
Oh shit, more better.
More better.
You guys watched the after credit scene, right?
Yes.
After credits,
Yeah.
Alex,
post Weasel revival. Nope.
Yep. So it's some crew members from the Suicide Squad, like the radio communicators, whatever the fuck. They went to a hospital. They walk up and they're like, "Oh, we managed to find him under the rubble and blah blah blah." He's surprisingly
it?
still alive.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I just assume.
yeah. So he's still alive, and there's gonna be an HBO series. So
Well, John Cena was so charming as Peacemaker that I'd give me more of it.
Yeah.
They're like-
I'll watch the fuck out of that.
all of the blood stayed in his body because it's all in his arms. So he somehow survived.
Yeah.
they're like, if it weren't for his gigantic fucking arms, his heart literally couldn't die.
We actually
There was-
transfused his whole body with just one arm.
Yeah, he's just like one's all deflated.
Like SpongeBob when he gets the big arms.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, that's John Cena's gonna be alive and doing an HBO series. So there's
Yeah.
that.
His
Shout out to
his
that.
like the boys version of Captain America. It was so perfectly done.
Yeah.
I did not like how the solution to the big evil Starro Conqueror was literally just rats. And it's by the way, it's not like she powered up or anything. It's like she could have done this at any time and just like taken out everything.
Well, yes and
an
no.
apparent million city rats. It was like a tidal wave of rats, and then she was like, "I guess now I'll end the movie." is like.
Well, I think it was
kinda bugged
because
me.
Harley Quinn like did the javelin thing to the eye, which
It
sort
let
of
the rats in, yeah.
yeah.
But like every other
That was
situation,
such a cool fucking scene.
I love
was great.
That,
I
where she's
liked
like
that.
immersed in it and just like looking.
I did not expect her to go through. That was cool.
Yeah,
And
that was
it like,
awesome.
swimming inside of the eye. Like,
Another
it was-
shot, dude. Whenever she's like killing those people inside the cathedral, whatever she's at, and then the flowers behind her, and like she sees all this colorful shit. I was like, oh fuck.
the birds tweeting and like
the cartoon birds.
It was
It was
great.
reminiscent of that Coke scene. Where
That's what that's what Birds of Prey should have been. Is
Totally.
just
Yeah,
that more gratuitous violence with that colorful aspect to
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And it just did not. Just girl boss.
agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the end with the rats, like the rest of the movie, she was kind of like, I can scare people with rats, like a few of them, and like that's it. And then suddenly at the end, she holds up her wand and summons
All of them?
tidal waves of rats. Where I was
Right.
just like, all right, I get. It was one of those things where it was like, okay, I guess you could have just done this at any time, and it bugged me a little bit. And it did bug me that was like the downfall, rats.
Oh, rats.
Sebastian's like, come on, boys, like little rat in a red vest, like
Yeah.
So cute.
yeah, adorable. Rooting
Is that
for him.
rat waving at me?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's
the
like-
rat was adorable.
And I love that she goes, "Why?" He
Yeah.
goes, I assume because he's friendly.
Yeah.
that was so good.
Yeah.
The
so
part with Idris Elba like finally like allowing himself to pet it at the end, I was like, that was nice.
And that's where it ends. Is
Yeah.
his hand on the rat, like petting it. The Suicide Squad, fucking awesome. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So James Gunn's favorite shot in the film was when King Shark rips a man in half. By the way,
Oh yeah.
And the King Shark
Dude, the
was
fucking
CGI,
little
obviously.
fishies, the jellyfishies.
oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
But the two halves of the human were dummy prosthetics. They weren't CG. I mean, obviously the shark was CG.
He said he did a lot of practical effects on this movie,
Fuck
which
yeah.
was like a breath of fresh air after Guardians
the-
of the Galaxy.
All the Marvel
so.
movies in general, which is
Yeah.
just like you can tell they're just in a green hallway when they're filming.
Yeah.
Like
By the way, James Gunn wanted Dave Bautista to play Peacemaker, but he turned it down for Army of the Dead.
oh wow.
Yeah, so
Ouch.
Dave Bautista
Yeah.
went and did the Snyder movie, which Snyder produces one actually too, which is
Oh
interesting.
cool.
Lastly, this is filmed entirely with IMAX certified red cameras, and this will be the first R-rated movie to be filmed entirely in IMAX.
Damn.
Dude,
Kind of interesting.
gotta say this: Disney fucking goofed by letting James Gunn go.
Oh yeah.
What for those that don't know, i.e., me,
Yeah.
what happened?
James Gunn got canceled by Disney and let go from Guardians of the Galaxy, two of their most successful films.
And I remember the
from
actors.
being like essentially a nothing property. They were like, "Oh yeah, we have Guardians of the Galaxy. I guess like we can make a movie about that." And he fucking nailed it. And now everybody knows who the Guardians are. Before that, no one gave a shit. Anyways,
Totally.
Right.
James Gunn got canceled because he had problematic tweets that people dug up from like 2014.
Oh,
And he said the F word, the
okay.
gay slur.
okay, that's not ideal.
It's not ideal, but like they were like, "Yep, cancel." After he was like, "Yeah, I made jokes that I regret now, but I
Yeah.
was just trying to be funny, and it
Yeah.
just didn't land."
Well, I do remember.
I regret it.
The actors and actresses spoke out against that too.
Yeah.
that
I
was one of
remember
the
everyone
one thing-
sticking up for him.
That was one of the only cancellations where you saw an outpouring of support and outcry for Disney being like, they're like, how dare you, Disney? Like he's this,
Yeah.
he's that, which was crazy,
Dude, the Guardians of the Galaxy were like, we're not going to do the third one unless it's James Gunn.
Right.
That's like unprecedented.
Yeah,
They're like,
and then
we don't care.
Then,
Like,
then after James Gunn fucking Warner Brothers like, come on over, guy. Like you're fine. Like
Yep.
we're cool with that.
Yeah, we're cool with the F word.
Then Disney's like, okay, fine, we'll bring you. Like, it's been enough time. People kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
You can come back and do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But, like, he said that he was given unfettered, like,
creative control.
creative control of this fucking movie. And he's
You can
like-
tell. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, it was so much fun to do. This is the most fun movie I've ever directed. Had a great time. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
I fucking hope he does the next one, dude. Like, this was fucking awesome.
I will say, in conclusion, I thought it was a fun movie. I thought it was very overhyped, and that's on me. My expectations were too high. Fucking 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Everybody in the Discord, everybody like, dude, this is phenomenal. This is
Oh,
great.
I didn't read any of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
I
trying to
just
stay
heard
away
it
from
was
Discord this
good,
week.
so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm excited.
dude, 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, that is like, that's high as
It's really
fuck.
fucking good. Yeah.
And it was good, but it was just like, okay, I don't know. A solid 7 for me. If I can't.
Oh, wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can't do 7, I think this is a 6 for me. It was fine.
Damn.
It was just fine.
You were wrong, sir.
It was just fine. It was
Just
fun.
flat out wrong. Anyways, let's
All
do
right.
this. Oh, wait, are we done?
Yep.
Bing.
Let's do. Is it cinema with Martin Scorsese? I need to turn this up a little bit. Hold on.
One more
Try
time.
to get one more
There
time.
we go.
This time with feeling.
Let's.
Is it cinema with Marty Scorsese? We must determine whether or not this movie is in fact motherfucking cinema. Boys?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll say yes because it was fun. Summer fun, top down, DC.
Congrats. It is in fact cinema. So now we have the dutiful obligation to determine whether or not this belongs in 4 motherfucking 3. Is it 4-3 for you? Is it 4-3 for me, Alex?
You know, this is a really good, fun, summer fun top-down movie, and it's one of the best ensemble superhero movies I've seen. I don't think it's 4-3 though.
Unfortunately, is not 4-3.
By the way, someone pointed me recently to another Orson Welles tidbit. He did,
yeah?
he did a frozen peas radio commercial.
Really?
Oh,
It's-
for Birdseye?
I don't know. It's just frozen peas and like it's similar where he's like, what is this in July? What do you mean? And he just goes off the fucking rails.
So that's the not cinema drop.
It's great.
But if it is cinema,
Love
but
it.
we are not cinema.
Yeah, no, it's not 4-3.
Not 4-3. That's all right.
No, it was fun. Fun little movie.
Heartily recommend though.
One of my favorite movies of this year, hands down.
Wow.
I fucking loved
Big
it.
Reco.
Big
You're-
DC guy.
you're
I
a
love
big
this more
DC
than
boy.
I don't know. Did I love it more than Zack Snyder's Justice League? I want to say I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's more concise
Ah.
and consumable than that.
Yeah.
That's true. Like the Snyder cut of the Justice League is just a magical feat of event of the internet that happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Where it's like people with a hashtag made an entire studio dump millions of dollars into.
But like, dude, James Gunn straight up fixed the DC universe. Like that's what
Yeah.
it felt
Totally.
like. That's what it felt like.
He did good. It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, boys. DMT for the Suicide Squad. Chris
Did you not make one?
definitely did it.
Definitely did not.
That was the
do
look on his
that.
face. He definitely
Totally
did.
forgot to do a DMT.
Oh no, dude! We've only been doing it for nearly 100 episodes.
yeah, it's fine.
Nah, not 100, but
Anyways,
wanna-
you guys want to go ahead?
yeah.
I'll go ahead. What are we? Some kind of an actually pretty good movie?
Nice.
That's all I got.
That's it.
That's too long.
I got bad Avengers because they're bad guys.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a DMT.
The Revengers.
Harley's got a gun. Harley's got a gun.
Isn't it
James Gunn?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh.
The double meaning.
See, if I saw it written out with 2 ends,
Yeah.
maybe. Harley's got a gun. Or gun.
And the Expositionables.
Ah,
That's it for me.
I see.
Nice. I don't have one.
All right.
Excellent.
Sorry, everyone.
Yes.
Rawr. Do we want to top this off with? We had an interesting Patreon question. come
Yes.
in.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
So basically, he asked us if we had all of the resources, budget, money, crew, all that. What movie would we make?
What, do you think we need to answer this as a collective or just individually?
Well, we didn't do that at all.
All right.
So I think
Are you going original idea that I'd like to see made, or a property that you love that you'd love to see?
anything you want,
No, any movie.
any movie.
What's a movie
What would you
you
do
want?
if someone said, "Here's $1 billion, make whatever movie you want"?
I would do a technical death metal version of Whiplash.
Fuck yeah,
Damn.
that's a good answer.
I would have to do. This is an actual idea I've had since like fucking film school. Film school. Go to it. I went to it.
I did it.
Go to it. I went to it.
Be like me. I did it.
That's a hilarious film school. Go to it. I went to it.
But like a fucking. It would be a detective procedural.
Ooh.
In the same vein of like a True Detective. You know, maybe not as big brain.
Let me stop you right there. I already came.
But it would be about detectives, a procedural detective show about looking for like death metal kids that are setting churches on fire. Black metal kids.
Ooh, that's really cool.
From the perspective of the detectives, not the
That's
kids.
awesome.
Right. That is the aspect
And there's
of
like
it
a
that is
satanic subtext to
Yes,
it.
yeah. So like they're kids that are like, you know, they're naive kids like practicing
Or are they?
Satanism and burning churches.
Or are
Or
they?
is there some deeper?
Or some Yellow King type shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be my project.
I would also do a really stupid Sherlock. Like, you know, Sherlock's always smart, but I'd like to see a really stupid version where they're like obviously it's a robbery and he's like, I think it might be deeper than that. And they're like, no, it's just a robbery. He's like, well, it might be a different thing.
Yeah.
So like Sherlock and whatever, that Will Ferrell movie.
Did they do that?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Just call it No Shit Sherlock.
That's really good.
We'll do a Snoop Dogg Sherlock Holmes movie and call it Sherlock Homie.
Nice.
I would remake all of the Star Wars, but with thumbs.
They've done that.
What?
Yeah, I want to
Thumb
say
Wars?
Thumb Wars is an existing property.
Wait a second. They've like the Star Wars movies, like Luke Skywalker,
Yes.
lightsabers, Darth Vader.
100%.
But I'm not doing that. I'm doing it's like little puppet show sort of. We CGI like some mouths.
It's already a thing that exists
Already
in the
a thing,
world.
dude.
What?
Thumb Wars. There's a whole franchise about thumb.
Yeah, directed by the same guy that did Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh, there's no way it's like what I'm thinking of though.
It's
that's it.
thumbs.
It's thumbs.
There's a thumb
in Star Wars,
and then there's another thumb, and they're both in frame talking to each other.
That's exactly my idea.
and they have high pitched voices.
Okay, well, mine were regular voices, so.
Oh, well, all right.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah. You can do it.
That's an original idea.
Cool. My other idea was to CGI myself into an old Japanese kung fu movie,
All right.
and then
sounds a
do
lot
a bunch of voiceovers.
That sounds a lot like Kung Pao.
You seem like you think you're a revolutionary.
Well, yes,
and-
but what's that got to do with my idea?
These have all been done by the same guy, no less.
You're telling me?
Do you
They've
have like a
you-
three-titted woman movie idea?
No, but I like that. That's a good idea. It's now in my idea.
Or is it one-titted? The Kung Pao lady?
I think it's
Fuck.
3 tits. But
Do you think
anyway,
doctors
I'm down
say
for any of
tits?
the number of tits in it.
this sounds like a Steve Odenkirk film.
It's more of like making fun of. It's like exploitation,
Like a
of
satire?
Yeah, it's kind of. But I'm in it, so it's better. You know what I mean?
Well, as the director, you make it better when you are in the movie.
Absolutely.
That's a normal
yeah.
thing.
I mean, you could reference like your favorite movies, like I don't know, Matrix and stuff in it. Right?
That was pretty much the plan.
okay.
Or like
Yeah.
Enter the Dragon and stuff like that.
Yeah, and my favorite restaurants like Taco Bell. I'll put that in there,
Okay.
and then
How farts kill dogs.
yeah, I mean that's real. That's real.
All right.
Those are all solid ideas.
Thanks, man.
How about actor game for Idris Elba?
Let's do it.
I'll start it off with the Suicide Squad.
Luther.
The Office.
Really?
Yes.
Fuck. God damn it! I just lost all of my Idris Elba material. Fuck me. All right, I'm out.
Shit. Pain.
The Wire.
No, I was just saying pain because
Oh,
I can't think of
fuck.
anything. You just won.
Damn. Well, guess what? That's everything I know about Idris Elba.
Alexa.
Cats.
oh, shit. Damn.
I unplugged Alexa on accident.
Oh, no. What are we going to do without Alexa? She's the backbone of the fucking show.
Thanks for listening to There Are Too Many Movies. We've got a Patreon, $5 a month minimum.
Got a Patreon. Go to it.
Go to it. Go to our
Engage
Patreon.
with us directly.
We've got a shop. Buy it.
Buy it.
Check out Suicide Squad. Follow us on all our shit. Like and comment and subscribe. I know that sounds fucking cliche to say, but it really does help. So do that. And also, if you could just set like 10 computers on a loop to watch our content, like on YouTube, like so we can be certified with our watch hours.
Like a watch farm, kind of.
Yeah, basically, yeah, like a watch farm. If you could do that, like 2 times speed, that'd be fantastic.
Thank you.
B.
Later, Toads.